thank everybody for coming out tonight. Okay, let's try this again. Okay. We want to thank everybody for coming out tonight for our first annual town hall meeting. This is something we started this year. We're wanting to continue with it. Give the opportunity for the public to come in here, kind of see what we got going on. Chance for you guys to ask some questions. If you have any questions for us, in general, what's going on, that kind of stuff. We're going to start this meeting out kind of like how we do our own meetings at the fire station. We're going to go ahead and do the Pledge of Allegiance, and then we're going to have our chaplain stand up and lead us in prayer. So everybody will stand.
Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Precious Heavenly Father, we thank you for the privilege of just calling on you and knowing more that you're going to lead me tonight. We thank you, Lord, for all that you have done for us and will do for us. And we would pray this evening, Lord, that you would help us, that we would make this meeting a profitable meeting for the community and for the department. Help us in all that we might say or do. We'll be pleasing to you and for all that you have done. All that you will do, will not forget. But our head to give you the praise and the honor and the glory for all. In Christ's name.
Okay, first off, there's been some questions that we've had throughout the year. We'll go ahead and get them knocked out of the way. Starting with I don't know if some of you guys have heard about our insurance billing procedures. We've actually been doing that for several years. We bill for car wrecks, house fires, things along those lines. The way we do that is while we're on scene, when we get all your information, we go ahead and get your insurance information. And currently we're using medical claims assistance to do our insurance billing. They have a lady who's really good at it. We bill the insurance companies only. Every so often, the insurance company will send the bill to the individual. The only thing we ask is if you have any questions about those, don't hesitate to call us. We'll explain it to you. You are not responsible for that bill, just the insurance company. We get whatever we can out of it. If they don't pay anything, we don't get anything. If they pay it, cool. Most of your policies have built into it a certain amount of money to cover firefighting expenses, rescue expenses, that kind of stuff. So that's where that money comes out of. It's already in there. By the way, in case any of you don't know, my name is Kenny. I'm Chief of the Eastwood Fire Department. The gentleman sitting beside me here is David Oliver. He's our president. Some of our other members are here, board members, firefighters, officers, chaplain. See him, shake your hand. So, yeah. That's pretty much been the biggest question we've had throughout the year. We've had several discussions about that. It was a topic with the county commission. So now I guess basically we're going to open it up to anybody who's got something you'd like to ask, or if there's something, concerns or questions or comments that you'd like to bring to us. That's what we're here for. So we're going to open up the floor to any individual now that would like to speak. We just kind of force the mics all the way back there, but this small group, I'm pretty sure we can hear everybody. So if you have any questions, feel free to ask. Now's the time.
Okay. You want to elaborate on the situation here with the issues?
Oh, yes.
Yeah.
Sorry, that's another really big topic. Kind of like the elephant in the room that everybody sees. not much we can talk about investigation-wise, but we found out that our former treasurer for several years had been in the process of embezzling funds from the fire department. Well, the term I should use is allegedly embezzling funds. The total dollar amount, we don't know yet. The prosecuting attorney has all that information. We've turned it over to them. This is something that the fire department as a whole, and even individuals in it, didn't know about until the day we filed the police report, which is when it was explained, told to us by the gentleman that was our treasurer at the time. From that moment, we basically put him on a administrative suspension, regained control of our checkbooks. Since then, we went ahead and started some new checking accounts. We froze all the old ones until the investigation's over with. Once that's all said and done, and we talked with Jason, which we talk with regularly. Once he's basically given us the go-ahead, we're going to do what we can to close those accounts out. But we put in a lot of new procedures that we didn't normally do to keep this from happening again, or if by chance it were to happen again, we'd catch it right away instead of it going on for so long. You know, and it's like that with any organization. You do things the same way for so long, it just becomes routine and it becomes habit. And as long as everything looks okay and the numbers are adding up, you don't really think about it. And then all of a sudden it kind of hits you all at once, like, oh, wait a minute, this, you know, I know several of us have had discussions looking back on, you know, now that I think about it, you know, something wasn't adding up there. But, you know, at the time it happened, you just never thought about it. But we've started now. We're doing monthly audits in-house with our board of directors, as well as 2 firefighters picked at random, and those change every month. We've also talked with a gentleman who's going to come in and audit our books for us once a quarter. He's going to do that free of charge, bring back any discrepancies to us. And then we've also, once a year, we are going to contract with a national-based company. We're not going to pick anybody, you know, it's like, hey, we know that guy over there, he's a CPA, let's use him. No, we're going to pick a nationally based company and have them do a yearly detailed audit on all of our books. We know it's going to cost us a little bit, but after the mess that we went through over the last couple of months and finding out everything we have, that little bit of money that we're going to have to spend for that audit is completely worth it. So as those audits are done, they will be public record, so anybody who wants to come and see them can. We've changed a lot of our procedures on how we pay for things, you know, as far as our utility bills, because that was one of the things, you know, you just kind of business as usual, you assume it gets paid, and all of a sudden you get a phone call, hey, this hasn't been paid. Get a hold of the people, it gets taken care of, but you don't really think about why it didn't get paid when it should have. So, but now that's one of the things that we're really paying close attention to. And there's been a lot of the fire departments in the county that have actually learned, and other organizations as well, that heard about what happened to us, and it's caused them to rethink how they do things and how they're proceeding with things. So, unfortunately, it was a really bad incident for us, but on a larger scale, it actually seemed to be better because a lot more organizations are now looking at their situations and revising them to try to keep this from happening for them. So, you know, there's no real way to explain how it went on for so long, but, you know, we did finally catch it, but we hated that it happened as long as that.
Your bonding company's going to have to pay.
Huh?
Your bonding company had to pay bonding, right?
Yes.
So you will be able to recoup some of your.
Yeah, we will recoup some of the money that's been taken through our insurance, which is going to be a help. The old procedure was, once the guilty verdict was given out, then they cut the check, but we found out that our insurance company's changed how they do that. They're going to be sending their investigator down. He's going to come through all of our bank records and everything, and once he's defined the proof of theft and has that dollar amount, then he'll go back, he'll say, okay, here's the proof of theft, this is how much it was, and then they'll go ahead and cut the check up to $50,000. So that should be sometime within the next month or two, so we'll be able to get that back pretty soon. Unfortunately, the gentleman who was our treasurer, everybody knew him, but I think everybody has kept the personal side out of it. You know, we've spoke with the prosecutor and told him that we can't look at it as a personal level, because anybody who's been in the fire service knows that we're all friends. We're a big family. But we can't allow that to cloud our judgment on what we're going to do with this. It has to be, you know, by the book. It has to be done professionally. Unfortunately, the crime that's been committed, once he's been proven guilty, then, you know, that's what needs to happen from there. You know, we don't want any special favors, any special treatments, anything like that. So, and the prosecutor assured us that that's how they're going to look at it. They're not going to look as a special favor. They're going to make sure that this is treated just like if it was some guy off the street. So.
I'd just like to say, we've come a long way with our record keeping, financial wise, and so on. We still have a long way to go. 3 of us went to a class last week. The Sheriff's Department had Doug Miser, I believe was his name, did a fraud class for the volunteer fire department. We've got a self-evaluation we need to go through, and once we have everything in place that he talked to us about, he will come out and look for any loopholes we might have. But that being said, there's a lot to be said for the guys that are still here, because we were basically broke when this happened. It's no secret. We had basically nothing. We had bills that were months behind. We had a shut-off notice on our water. We had guys paying out of their own pocket to keep the water on. And we've done all this with no money except our regular funding and the help of the community, all donations. We haven't asked for a cent from the county or state or anyone else. That's not regular funding that we get on a routine basis. So everyone's really pitched in, and we're pulling ourselves out of the fight. Hopefully we'll come back better than ever. I think we're well on our way.
Any more questions? Yeah, I do want to give credit to the members of our organization and the community here, because, I mean, our guys, they seen what kind of situation we were in when all this happened back in February, and I mean, they really kicked in. We spoke with the county commission after we found out about this. You know, they told us, they said, you know, whatever we can do to help, you know, if you need us to float you a loan or something like that, whatever we can do to help, we will. State was also the same way, real understanding. But fortunately, we haven't had to do that. We've been able to take care of things. We're actually back in a position now that, I'm not saying we're our heads above water, but, you know, we can kind of set the light up there and we're floating towards it. You know, if we have a tire blow out on the truck, we can go get it. You know, we don't need to worry about how that's going to get paid for. You know, in February, we did have to worry about it. Now we don't have to. You know, we're not in a position right now to go out and replace our entire fleet, but we can still keep the doors open, you know, which was one of the things that we said when we first found this out, was that, you know, the thing that we were going to focus on was making sure that our doors stayed open, that the calls continued to get answered, and we were still able to take our trucks out the door. That was the most important thing, and we've done that. And I really want to give credit to the members of this organization and to the community. It's really stepped up, kicked in. You know, it was a bad thing that happened, but, you know, it's going to take the community support. and we really seem to have it to be able to get through this. So.
Those are the two big topics.
Yeah, those are the big ones. Any questions? Comments, concerns? Oh, I'm glad everybody came out tonight. Like I said, this is our first one. We're going to continue doing this every year. It's really nice to get public in here. You know, we hear questions throughout the year. This gives them a chance to be able to get in here and ask them and get the answers. So, I want to thank the Wood County Sheriff's Department for coming out tonight, providing us with a little bit of security. I thought maybe we were going to have some trouble out of old Chuck Loose back there, but he seemed to stay settled, so we didn't have to worry about it. So, but if you guys don't have any questions, that wraps up the events for the night.
That's a good trial.